This is us, 5 souls on a sailboat in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. We left Fiji a week ago, bound for Australia. And when we arrived to Brisbane with another 1,500 nautical miles under the keel, I will have accomplished something that feels crazy to even say out loud. More people have summited Mount Everest than have sailed around the entire world. And very soon, I'll be joining that elite group. It's a moment that has been 14 years and 54,508 nautical miles in the making. But instead of preparing the champagne bottles for celebration, this is me. A lump in bed, battling a fever that has barely let me leave our cabin for the last 4 days. In case I needed a reminder of the reality of sailing life, this one was just too spot on. I've often felt that sailing can be best described as swinging between highest highs and the lowest lows. And now here I was, experiencing them both at the same time. It felt poetic almost, or maybe it was just bad luck. But it reminded me a bit of how this journey all started for me. I met Brian in New Zealand in 2011, and after way too many margaritas, he invited me to go sailing for the weekend. I showed up the next day with my wheelie bag and my leather jacket, fighting for my life with a horrific hangover, ready to sail away with a complete stranger. And not to spoil the ending, but that miserable hangover day of sailing turned out to be one of the most important days of my life. And as I battle this awful flu in bed right now, I just kept reminding myself that the biggest challenges and risks lead to the biggest rewards. And I got 14 years of the most indescribable memories to prove it.
I am just so proud of Kaz. She is such an amazing human, and it's really been incredible for me to be able to share this life with her for so long while sailing around the world. When we first got together, it was very difficult to communicate, though. We only had the original SSB on board, the single sideband marine radio. Now we basically have broadband in the middle of the ocean. Anywhere we go, we're always connected. But the downfall of that is it's also brought along a lot of issues that you get in normal land life when you're online all the time. A couple of months ago, I had somehow gotten on some pretty intense spam and marketing lists, and my unsolicited contacts and messages and spam just absolutely went through the roof. It turns out that there is an entire marketplace out there where your personal information is bought and sold. It's called data brokers, and they have access to all your personal details, your shopping history through cookies, even private health information, which is why I am happy to say that today's video is proudly sponsored by Incogni. The good news is you have the right to request that these companies remove you from their databases. The problem is there are literally hundreds and hundreds of them, and if you can find them, individually contacting each one is an absolute nightmare. Enter Incogni. It's easy to get started. All you have to do is sign up for their service. You give them permission to act upon your behalf. They go out, they contact all these companies, and they demand your information is removed from their lists. So if you're like me and getting crushed by spam and want to get your name and all your personal information out of these junk databases, it is totally easy to get started. All you have to do is visit our link. It is incogni.com/SV Delos. I will pop it below and also in the description. And when you use our link, not only does it help support our channel, to which we are eternally grateful, but you will also get 60% off the annual plan of Incogni, which is the one that I chose because I wanted them to continue working month after month on my behalf. So that's it, super easy, incogni.com/SV Delos. We thank you for watching and your support, and now let's get back to Kazza's circumnavigation.
I'm on watch. Look at this beautiful sunrise. Stunning.
we were still riding out the tail of some pretty pleasant conditions. And after a leisurely day of napping, snacking, and reading about life's biggest questions, nightfall brought with it a rude awakening. Well, we hit a line of squalls. They're pretty much all around us.
Pretty shitty. Yeah. 30 knots pouring rain.
The shifting winds and constant squalls kept the crew busy all night with sail changes and battling to stay on course. The morning was still super stormy, which made being bedridden feel like at least a bit cozier. But the bashing was relentless.
It is not a nice day today. This wind is all over the place. I just brought the main out a little bit because we were seeing like 14 knots. Now it's back up to almost 30. Just trying to get the boat speed down. We're not exactly going where we want to go. We're going more north than west until the front comes and passes over us. And just trying to get the boat comfortable. We start pounding if we go too fast, so we have to bring a little more main in again.
Dealing with bad weather is certainly nothing new for us. It's kind of wild how humans are able to adapt to almost anything. Sailing was not something I've ever dreamed of as a child growing up in Sweden. And unlike some people that set out with a lofty goal to circumnavigate the world, for me, I kind of just stumbled into it. After that chance meeting with Brian and my first weekend of sailing, I fell in love with the lifestyle of living at sea. The feeling of being close with nature, the freedom, the stepping outside of my comfort zone, and watching myself learn to thrive in such a unique and challenging way of life was intoxicating, and I quickly became addicted to it. It didn't hurt that I was also falling head over heels in love with Brian at the same time. After years of long-distance dating while I finished my studies and visits out to the boat in faraway destinations during my breaks, Brian asked me if I wanted to come and live on the boat with him and join him on his adventures around the world. I had just graduated from university and all my friends were landing their dream jobs in their fields of study. Part of me felt like I should be doing the same thing and put my 4 years of studying to good use. But something inside of me, in my deepest heart of hearts, knew that I had to say yes. We met up in the east coast of Australia in June of 2013 and began our lives together on Delos. We sailed and partied our way through Southeast Asia, crossed the wild Indian Ocean and explored some of the most treacherous water on Earth around southern Africa, across the South Atlantic to Brazil, up through the Caribbean and the east coast of the United States, then back down all the way to Panama through the Panama Canal, up the Pacific coast to Mexico to the very top of Cayo Cortez, then back down to La Paz and all the way across the Pacific Ocean to French Polynesia, island hopping to Fiji, and now full circle back to Australia, where my journey of 54,508 nautical miles will be completed. To think that that weekend of sailing to an electric music festival with a boy that I had just met could turn into a 14-year journey around the entire globe just completely blows my mind. And now I really can't imagine my life having gone any other way. But the trip wasn't over yet, and we still had 3 days to go to reach Australia. I was still sick in bed, but Brian was holding down the fort as the headwinds continued to hammer us.
Ooh. Well, it looks like we finally punched through that front. We've got somewhat normal breeze back, 15 to 20. Still a little bit more out of the west than it should be, so here's our course. You know, this is where we were going, and then this is where we hit the front. And you see how it just shot us off that way, and now we're ever so slightly starting to bend to the west to get over to Brisbane, which is right there. So I think we're doing all right. It's going to be a little bit rough for a few more hours this morning, but we'll get through it.
I guess it's day 8, I think. And as you can hear, my nose is completely blocked, but I'm out of bed. Oh my god. It's been a pretty tough sickness, this one. And I feel really bummed that I missed most of the passage, and me and Sierra basically just been in bed for a week. But you know, it is what it is, and you can't plan these things, and it's never the right time. So I feel like today though, I had a few backlashes. I remember I filmed something maybe 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and I felt pretty good, and then...
You think you turned a corner?
I feel like I turned a corner. Both of our fevers.
Did you say you were sick at all?
Pretty sure I mentioned it, but that was 3 days ago.
She's been sick for 3 days. First time out of bed.
I think the fever was the worst. I haven't had that bad fever in a year, 2 years.
Wow.
For some reason, that night I just got the fever back and started feeling super shitty again. So, but now I do feel like we turned a corner. Both me and Sierra, she's starting to crack jokes and, you know, at least be herself a little bit, which is really nice. And she's eating. I still have kind of problems eating, but I'm getting there. But today has been really nice. We have about 300 nautical miles to go.
By sunset the next evening, the wind had trickled off completely, and we were now motoring through what felt like an entirely different ocean than what we've been experiencing the last days. Sierra and I were both feeling a bit more spry, and morale was high as our last full day at sea was winding down.
Oh, Molly, I see them.
What do you see, Sierra?
I do.
A huge boat.
It's only
Whoa. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay, sure. Also, big do you think that ship is, Sierra?
So big.
Pretty much into the wind, huh? For a while?
Yeah, we should be motoring hopefully for the next 10 to 12 hours. And if we can do that, then when the wind comes back, we'll be in a good position to make a line for the entrance to the channel.
Yeah.
If not, we'll just be tacking our guts out back here, back and forth.
For a day.
For a day. You have to vlog, Sierra. Tell the camera what you're doing.
I'm gonna show you the sunset.
I think you're gonna see a green flash. Do you know what a green flash is? Sometimes when the sun goes down, if there's no clouds and a very flat horizon, you can see a green flash.
Then I really want to put the camera on and film it.
Okay. The trick is you gotta look just as the sun sets.
Bye-bye, Sam.
I saw it for a second. Wait. Oh! It's greenish. Did you see it, Sierra?
Yep.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see nothing?
Nope.
You weren't looking hard enough.
Look how beautiful the clouds are. Look over there. There's a pink.
There's been a lot of things about this journey around the world that I didn't expect. But above all, it's how having Sierra completely changed everything. In the early days, we were gallivanting around with a full boat of salty sailors, each bunk jam-packed with as many amazing humans as we could possibly fit, and our friends became our family out here. Those were some of the best years of my life, and I learned and grew so much as a person from all the incredible people I got to share life with. With Mathilde as our latest addition, we've hosted 73 crew over the years from 18 different countries. That's a lot of love and inspiration and connection to go around, and I will never forget that time of my life. But bringing Sierra into the world turned sailing into something totally different. I'm not gonna lie, it has been incredibly difficult at times, and there's been days along the way where I've questioned literally every life decision. But watching her grow and learn, seeing how she adapts and thrives in this very unconventional lifestyle, and getting to see the world through her perspective has been a reward that I could not have possibly fathomed before experiencing it myself. Before leaving Fiji at the start of this passage, I had a much different vision of what it would feel like to complete my circumnavigation. I imagined excitement, champagne, a dance party, but now after just fighting to get out of bed, days of beating upwind in shifty weather, taking care of a sick child when I could hardly take care of myself, and a whole host of breakages that we didn't even film because we've been so exhausted. Well, it's definitely not what I pictured. But seeing Sierra light up at the side of a beautiful sunset and nothing on the horizon, teaching her what a green flash is for the first time, and laughing with some friends, feels just as special, and maybe even more real in a way. Just us, Delos, and the open ocean.
Do you think this will be our last sunset? Are we gonna get in tomorrow?
Yes.
Bill, God, I hope so. What are you the most excited about getting into Australia? Aww.
I just want to get the boat somewhere so I can fix everything that's broken.
Oh God.
And maybe a cheeseburger and a very strong rum and coke.
I am excited to, I don't know, drink a beer. Drink a beer.
Drink a beer.
Drink some beers? Yeah. Another one. Okay.
What are you excited about, Kaz?
I'm excited about taking a long hot shower.
How about finishing your circumnavigation?
Yeah, that would be my number one.
Oh yeah, that little one too, for sure.
I think Brian and I care more than you do.
Yeah, I've been so sick too. I'm just like feel so out of it. But we should definitely just say at least hooray.
Hooray.
Hooray, I did it. I sailed around the world.
The whole world. Under 100 miles. Getting to go to Australia coastline. We're crossing shipping lane as we're headed towards Brisbane. I always kind of laugh. You feel like when you're within 100 miles, you've made it. But the last 100 miles can be the most dangerous, so have to keep on top of things still. Still a lot of ocean travel. Last night watch, I think, though, it's 11:30, and we should be seeing Australia, I would say, by tomorrow afternoon. Very good. And as expected, there's a bunch of ships on the radar. We must be really close to Brisbane Harbour now. This is the land. The sun is just coming up. Australia, mate.
Land ho, Bill?
Land ho. I saw it earlier, I recorded it.
You recorded it?
I did.
Oh, I didn't get the first one.
That's not here.
Land ho. Late watch loser.
You get for sleeping.
Beautiful sun it is. Man, I'm so tired. Last night, it just wouldn't let up. I don't know what it's been with this trip, but it's been an incredibly difficult sail. Like one of the most difficult we've had. It just seems like at every turn, the breeze would just come around to get us. Like last night, it came around to the worst possible angle, which is right on the nose. And of course, 20 knots. Just, I don't know, it's just been 20 knots on the nose so much on this trip.
It was 30 earlier, so.
It was 30?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was 30 earlier, so.
Okay, great. I think we're all gonna be happy to get in there.
Oh yeah.
Get down the channel and get tied up and be still for a moment. Our power situation, on the other hand, has been something that we have not experienced since the Indian Ocean. We had like some pretty big power failures. I don't think I talked about it because I was so freaking frustrated with it, but the generator actually failed again.
When we got to Fiji, we discovered that our generator had literally broken in half. And after buckets of sweat, some help from a local welder, and channeling my inner MacGyver, we managed to bring her back to life. But apparently, that saga wasn't finished just yet.
It wasn't the part that I welded and fixed, it was another part that decided to disintegrate and tear itself in half. We were doing okay with wind and solar, and then last night, as the batteries were super low, and we turned on the engine to charge, we found that it wasn't charging, and so the alternator had failed, and so now we're truly only on wind and solar, and we've been conserving. We turned off the extra fridge. We actually just turned off the other freezer last night. No Starlink. I mean, we've just been really limiting our power usage and doing pretty well. But anyway, yeah, we got a couple of hours to the channel, and then we got to go through the quarantine dock, and then we're in. So close of a chapter for me and Kaz for sure.
As you can hear, I'm still not doing that fantastic. I think I got a sinus infection, so my head, it feels like it's gonna split in half. I mean, it's getting better slowly. It's not what I kind of imagined for this trip and how it would be like. Me feeling like super ill the whole time pretty much. Crew has been amazing, and I cannot even imagine how it would have been like if it was just you and me.
Yeah, it would have been just me.
Yeah, it would have been just you, because me and Sierra were basically just violently ill pretty much the whole time. This is it though. You feel good about it?
It's a little bittersweet, you know. It's our last passage on Delos, I feel.
Yeah.
You know, this boat has taken us like
So
I mean, around the world, literally.
like more
and
than
you're finishing your circumnavigation at this very moment. I feel like we should have champagne out and flares and like be doing all sorts of crazy stuff, but we're just
beat.
we're just barely hanging on to life here.
I know.
I don't know, it's exciting and it's sad, because it's, my dad's
Yeah.
always said, where, you know, one chapter closes, another begins. And this is truly the close of a chapter for me. I've lived on Delos for the better part of 15 years now. You know, a lot of my adult life. And I met you, you know, we had Sierra, my brother sailed with me for 10 years. It's been literally like just a life-changing event, as it should be. It changed me as a person and who I am, and I love this boat. I love this boat dearly. I really do.
Just such a good boat.
So many good memories on her. So many passages, so many fantastic places and friends and people. And I don't know, a little emotional about it, I guess.
But also like very happy to be here. So it's like a mixture.
It's a definite mix, and we're
you know?
It's not like we're quitting sailing. We're just moving on to the next phase in our sailing lives. Which is comforting, but
it's definitely
sad. This boat has a special place. And every time I walk downside, it's like, oh, this is home, you know, like this is our place.
Like Brian said, I think closing of a chapter, that's kind of why we decided to sail all the way to Australia, because we do need to close some chapters. I feel like we have so many...
Too many chapters open right now.
Too many chapters. And it just becomes a bit too much. And I feel like for us to solely focus on the new boat, and this chapter needs to close. So it feels really sad, but I'm also very happy that we sailed her here and we can take our time and nothing has to be rushed. But first now we're gonna go into Brisbane River to check in. We'll see what we take from there. Come outside and look, Sierra.
Look it's Australia.
Oh, it's very bright.
I can see
What can you see?
the area. Whoa,
What do you see?
a big ship,
How big is it?
so big.
It's huge, huh?
Well, things going
We're
on.
not in the South Pacific anymore.
Nope.
Look at this big city up there.
It felt surreal pulling into Brisbane. 11 days ago, we were in the tropics, surrounded by islands out of a postcard. But now the empty horizon we've been staring at for so long is lined up with skyscrapers, and we can hear the noise of traffic out on the river. My body still feels the motion of the sea, and I'm carrying the exhaustion from being sick for so much of the passage. But at the same time, there is this incredible sense of arrival. This isn't just the end of a tough sail, it's the end of a season, the end of half of a lifetime living on Delos, and closing the loop on a 14-year journey that has literally taken me around the entire planet. All these layers of emotion, excitement, pride, relief, sadness, disbelief. It was kind of too much to take in a way, and the reality and weight of it all didn't really hit me until much later.
Hey, circumnavigation complete for Kazza.
Hey, Kazza, circumnavigation!
I did. Taking Delos to the big city.
Big shitty.
What do you think, Bri?
Pretty cool.
Looks pretty cool to me. Wow, we haven't seen big cities in a while.
And just like that, I had officially sailed around the world. 54,508 nautical miles, 14 years, 5 continents, 39 countries, a family, and a lifetime of memories to show for it.
Yay, Kazza! We did it! Woo! You finished your circumnavigation.
I did.
Congratulations.
It's crazy.
Good job, Bill. Thanks for the sail, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
Oh, Mathilde, come up, come up.
Hey,
Hey, crew hug.
we are in Australia.
Yay,
Thank you.
we did it.
We did it.
Thank you. Good job for your circumnavigation.
Sierra, we made it to Australia.
I know.
She's so used to this,
I
right?
know.
Not cool at all, Sarah.
I did it, guys. I've circumnavigated the whole globe. I've sailed around the whole world. It feels wild to say it out loud, and I actually feel really proud of myself. I feel like a different person. I've grown an incredible amount just from all the crew that we've had on board. You know, you learn so much from living with other people about them, but also about yourself. I've learned so much about, you know, everything like cultures and just life in general, and just constantly putting myself out of my comfort zone, which I don't know. I don't really see myself as a very like adventurous person, so it's definitely been some interesting times. Like, I remember probably when I learned the most about sailing was like when we were in the Philippines and all the crew left the boat except me and Brian. But before that, it was like him and Brady did a lot of the sailing. But then all of a sudden, I had to learn everything. And it was a steep learning curve. I remember I felt like it was like I was learning a little bit, and then all of a sudden it was like, choop, you have to know everything. You have to know how to like say, you know, anchor the boat all by myself, because Brian had to be in the dinghy, guiding me in somewhere, and, you know, like doing all the watches with him, but nobody else. It was definitely an incredible experience though, and I felt very like empowered because I felt like I know this. And I was thinking about Delos and how many incredible, she's just such a good boat. And I felt even from the beginning, like I've always trusted Brian, because I feel like he's such a capable sailor, and he does so well under like stress, which I think it's somewhat necessary to at least have one of those people on board when you're sailing, because I don't do super good around stress. So he definitely helps me there. But I was thinking about Delos and how incredible of a boat she is, and she's just kept us safe through all this time, and taking care of us in some really gnarly conditions. I was trying to think about like what to talk about here, and if I should reminisce on like all the old crew that we've had, which is just, I don't even know where to start. Yeah, it just feels wild. I'm really, really happy to be here. It's been quite a passage, but also it feels emotional in a lot of different ways. And I also just want to say a huge thanks to all of you guys that have been on this journey with us. The first video, it was called like 0 to cruising in 20 days or something like that. So we basically made videos about my whole circumnavigation, which is an incredible memory bank to have as well. And all of you guys that have been with us during this time, I just want to say a huge thank you and love all of you guys. And it's just been very special to share this journey with you. And we've met some incredible people throughout this, and a lot of it because of the videos. So huge hug and kiss to all of you guys, and just a big thank you for supporting, for watching, for clicking that like button, you know, all of those things. I feel really, really grateful. I feel full of love and all of the above. So, okay, let's get into Australia.
Smoke machine. We're trying to celebrate circumnavigation, but the smoke machine. So we have Hurricane Nina, we have Kim, and we have Sierra, the party girl.
That is
Alright, Sierra.
smoke party.
And we're watching over the party from Delos.
I present to you the circumnavigation princess. So come on out, please.
I did it! You did it!
What do you get?
Sail around the world.
Congratulations, Kaz.
Thank you.
You have sailed around the entire world.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I feel like it's almost like I don't know if the accidental is the right thing to say,
It
but
wasn't-
like
it was
wasn't
intentional.
like planned necessarily. Like
Well,
it
if you
just
keep sailing the same way, eventually it will happen.
it will happen, and that's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
You know.
So you got a nice little shirt.
Yeah, let's see your outfit here.
In case you can't read it through the residual smoke, my shirt says, I sailed around the entire world and all I got is this lousy t-shirt. A little throwback to the shirt that we made for Brian when he finished his circumnavigation.
It's like, what did you say, Sarah?
Look at mom butt.
Good job, Kyle.
All right, and we have a gift from Bill and Mathilde.
Oh,
You shall present the gift. 'Cause this
you
is your-
you shall present the gift. Oh, okay.
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 We know you like tea.
Aww.
Hooray, you did it.
Alright, sail around the
Yeah.
world. That's amazing.
Look at that route. That's amazing.
Deserve it.
That's so sweet.
1, 2, 3.
Hit the button, hit the button, yes!
To you guys.
You did it.
Cheers, dogs. Cheers, dogs. Oh my god!
Stop, drop, and roll.
So responsible. We have smoke alarms in every freaking room.
How beautiful is it here?
So beautiful. Put yourself.
Look yourself, Mom.